Nathan Cole stood at the Aviation Museum with his daughter and his boss. CEO Victoria Cross pointed to a vintage fighter jet, World War II, rare, beautiful. My grandfather flew that plane, survived 30 missions. He was a hero. Nathan stared, face pale, hands shaking. You okay? Victoria asked. I flew jets before, in the Air Force, fighter pilot. Before I became an accountant? You were a pilot? Why didn't you tell me? It's complicated. Fly this plane. Tomorrow, air show. If you can, I'll marry you. Right there. I mean it. Nathan's secret was about to destroy everything. Nathan Cole, 38 years old, single father to 9-year-old daughter Iris, was an accountant at Cross Aviation. Her voice cracked. Emotion, rare. Victoria never showed emotion. He died last year. I miss him every day. This plane reminds me why we do what we do, why aviation matters, why we preserve history. Nathan stared at the plane, memories flooding, pain, guilt, loss. His hands shook, Victoria noticed. Nathan, you okay? You look pale. I'm fine, just the plane, it's beautiful. You know about P-51s? A little, I know some things about planes. Victoria studied him. How much do you know? Nathan hesitated. This was dangerous, his past, his secret. But Victoria's eyes, curious, intense. He couldn't lie. Boring job, spreadsheets, numbers, financial reports, nothing exciting. I flew jets before, in the Air Force, F-16 pilot, 8 years, multiple deployments. Victoria's jaw dropped. What? You were a fighter pilot? You? Yes. Why are you an accountant? Why aren't you flying? Nathan's face closed. It's complicated. Complicated how? I can't talk about it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Nathan, wait. But he walked away. Too much, too fast, too dangerous. Later that evening, Victoria found him. Hotel bar, alone, drinking whiskey. But he was good at it. Stable, predictable, safe. Can I sit? It's your company. You can do whatever you want. As your boss, I'm sitting. As a person, I'm asking. Please, talk to me. What happened? Why did you leave flying? Nathan drank, silent, debating. Finally, my wife died. Iris was a baby, 6 months old. I was deployed, overseas. My wife had an aneurysm, sudden, fatal. By the time I got home, she'd been dead 3 days. Iris was in foster care, temporary. I was unreachable. Couldn't get leave fast enough. Victoria's hand covered her mouth. Oh God, Nathan, I'm so sorry. When I finally got home, I had to fight for Iris. Prove I could care for her as a single dad, with deployment schedules. It was impossible. So I resigned. Honorable discharge. Became an accountant, stable job, predictable hours, no travel, no deployments. Just me and Iris. Every day. You gave up flying for her. I gave up everything for her. She's all I have. She's all that matters. Do you miss it, flying? Nathan's eyes filled. Every single day, the speed, the freedom, the sky. But Iris needs stability, not a pilot father who's gone 6 months a year. She needs me present, so I'm present. His boss, Victoria Cross, 36 CEO, came from aviation royalty. Grandfather was a war hero. Father built the company. She inherited everything. Victoria was quiet, processing. Then, the air show. Tomorrow, they need a pilot to fly my grandfather's P-51. The original pilot canceled. Sick. They're scrambling. Would you fly it? What? No. I haven't flown in 9 years. I'm not qualified. You have flight hours, experience. You're certified. They'd take you. Victoria, I can't. I left that life. I don't go back. 1 flight, 1 hour, for my grandfather, for aviation history, please. Why does this matter so much to you? Because my grandfather's plane deserves to fly, not sit in a museum, and because I've never seen you passionate about anything. Just now, talking about flying, your face lit up. I want to see that again. Please. Nathan stared at her. If I do this, fly tomorrow, what do I get? Victoria smiled, impulsive, reckless, honest. If you fly my grandfather's plane tomorrow at the air show, I'll marry you. Right there, on the tarmac, in front of everyone. I mean it. Victoria was brilliant, demanding, passionate about aviation, every plane, every detail, every story. Nathan laughed. You're joking. I'm not. I've had feelings for you for 2 years, but you're my employee. I couldn't say anything. But this changes things. You're a pilot, war hero, single dad. You're incredible. So yes, fly the plane. I'll marry you. Deal? Victoria, you're insane. Deal? Nathan looked at her. This brilliant, beautiful, impulsive CEO, offering marriage for one flight. Deal, I'll fly. But Victoria, there's something you should know about why I stopped flying. It's not just about Iris. There's more. What more? I'll tell you, after the flight, if I survive, if I can still do this, then I'll tell you everything. Okay, fly first, talk later, deal. Deal. Nathan admired her, quietly, from distance. Boss employee, professional, nothing more. The next day, Nathan stood before the P-51, hands shaking, 9 years since he'd flown. The crew briefed him, controls, systems, flight plan, 10 minutes, simple aerial display, nothing complicated. But Nathan's hands wouldn't stop shaking. Victoria noticed. Having second thoughts? I'm terrified. What if I can't do this? What if I've lost it? Then you land, walk away, no shame. But Nathan, I don't think you've lost anything. I think you're exactly who you've always been. A pilot. You just forgot for a while. Nathan climbed into the cockpit. The smell, the feel, the sound, all familiar, all terrifying. Until the company retreat, aviation museum tour, mandatory team building. Victoria stood before a vintage P-51 Mustang, her grandfather's plane. He flew this in World War II, 30 missions over Europe, shot down 7 enemy planes, survived, came home, built this company. This plane is our legacy. Nathan sat right there on the tarmac, couldn't stand, too heavy. Until today. And you know what? Today, flying your grandfather's plane, I saw his face again. I heard the screaming, but I flew anyway, because you asked, because I wanted to prove I still could. But Victoria, I'm not a hero. I'm a killer. I kill someone. You don't want to marry me. Trust me. Victoria was quiet, long, processing. Finally, did you do it on purpose? Did you intend to kill him? No, of course not. It was a mistake. Then you're not a murderer. You made an error, a terrible error, but not murder. His daughter grew up without a father because of me. And your daughter grew up without a mother because of fate. Tragedy happens. You don't get to carry all the guilt. His widow doesn't see it that way. His widow is grieving, angry, looking for someone to blame. That doesn't make you guilty. But I am guilty. I killed him. Victoria took his hand. Nathan, listen to me. You made a mistake. A terrible, tragic mistake. But you didn't kill him intentionally. You're not a murderer. You're a pilot who made an error. That's human. That's forgivable. It was a training mission. 4 planes. I was lead. We were practicing formation flying. High altitude, I miscalculated. Gave wrong coordinates. Sent the wingman into a dive. Too steep. Too fast. He couldn't recover. Crashed. Died instantly. I don't deserve forgiveness. Yes, you do. And you're punishing yourself by hiding, by being an accountant, by giving up what you love. That's not justice. That's self-destruction. Nathan cried, I can't fly again. Today was a mistake. I shouldn't have agreed. This opens everything back up. The pain, the guilt, the memories. I can't. What if you could? What if you flew again? Professionally? What would that look like? I can't. Iris needs stability. Iris needs a happy father, not a martyred accountant. You're dying inside, slowly. She sees it. I see it. You're half alive. Flying makes you whole. I saw it today. In the air. You were alive. Really alive. But my past, your past is tragic. But it's past. You can't change it. You can only move forward. Flying or hiding. Which one helps Iris more? A dead inside accountant dad? Or a alive, thriving pilot dad? Nathan didn't answer. Couldn't. Victoria stood. I made you an offer. Fly the plane. I'll marry you. You flew. Deal stands. But Nathan, I'm not marrying an accountant. I'm marrying a pilot. If you want me, you have to want flying too. Both, not one. Both. Victoria sat beside him, silent, listening. That's not fair. Life's not fair. You know that better than anyone. But I won't marry half a man. I want all of you. The pilot, the father, the guilt, the pain, all of it. Can you give me that? Nathan looked at her. You really want to marry me? Knowing what I did? Knowing I killed someone? Yes, because you're not defined by one mistake. You're defined by what you do after. And you've been hiding for 9 years. That ends now. Marry me, fly again, live again, or walk away. Back to spreadsheets, back to dying slowly. Your choice. Nathan stood, shaking, scared, but honest. I choose you. I choose flying. I choose life, even if it terrifies me. Good. Then let's get married right now on this tarmac, like I promised. You're serious? Completely. There's a chaplain on base. I called ahead. He's waiting, if you're sure. I'm sure, terrified, but sure. The military investigated, ruled it an accident, equipment failure, exonerated me. But I knew. I gave the wrong numbers. I miscalculated. I killed him. Lieutenant Jason Park, 26 years old, married, 1-year-old daughter, dead because of me. They married tarmac, chaplain, Iris as flower girl, crew as witnesses, impulsive, reckless, real. In her vows, Victoria said, Nathan, you hid from me, from everyone, from yourself. Today you stopped hiding, you flew, you confessed, you chose life. I'm honored to be part of that choice. I love you, all of you, the pilot, the father, the broken parts, all of it. Nathan's vows. Victoria, you challenged me, forced me out of hiding, made me face my past. I'm terrified of flying, of failing, of killing again. But I'm more terrified of losing you, of going back to being half alive. So I choose you. I choose us, even though it scares me. Iris insisted on vows too. Victoria, thank you for making Daddy smile, really smile, for the first time since Mommy died. I want him to fly again, even if it's scary, because he's happy in the sky. Thank you for seeing that. Nathan, his widow blamed me, publicly, at the funeral. She screamed at me, called me a murderer, said I killed her husband. She was right, I did. The investigation cleared you. The investigation was political. They didn't want bad press, blamed equipment. But I know what happened. I miscalculated. I killed him. That's why I left. Not just for Iris, but because I couldn't fly anymore. Every time I got in a cockpit, I saw his face, heard his widow screaming. I couldn't do it. Until today, marriage didn't erase Nathan's guilt or fear or trauma. It's okay, we'll find another way. There is no other way. I'm broken. The flight yesterday was a fluke. Adrenaline. But I can't sustain it. I can't fly professionally. I'm too damaged. Then we work through it. Therapy, PTSD treatment, whatever you need. Nathan went to therapy for 6 months. Diagnosed PTSD, survivor's guilt, anxiety disorder. Your trauma is real, the therapist said. You can't just push through. You need treatment, time, healing. But healing was slow, years, not months. Year 1 of marriage. Nathan couldn't fly, stayed in accounting, hated it, resented it, but couldn't overcome the fear. Victoria tried to be patient, but her frustration grew. I married a pilot, not an accountant. You promised you'd choose life, flying, but you're still hiding. I'm trying, it's not that simple. He tried flying again. Test pilot for cross aviation, Victoria insisted. I know it's not simple, but you're not even trying. You gave up after 1 panic attack. Because I'm broken, I can't just fix this with willpower. Then fix it with treatment, with effort, with something. But don't just give up. Year 2, their marriage strained. Nathan depressed. Victoria resentful. I feel trapped, she admitted to her therapist. I married someone thinking they'd be one person. They're not. I don't know if I can accept that. Can you love him as he is, not as you want him to be? I don't know. I fell in love with the pilot in the air. Happy, alive, free. Now he's just sad, broken, stuck. That's who he is. The question is, can you accept that? Victoria didn't know, and that terrified her. Year 3, Victoria gave an ultimatum, cruel but honest. We need someone to test the new models. You're qualified, perfect for the job. Nathan, I love you, but I can't live like this. Watching you die inside, resenting me for pushing, I need you to decide. Get help, real help, intensive treatment. Try to fly again. Really try. Or we separate. Give each other space. Let you heal without pressure. Let me move on. You're leaving me because I can't fly? I'm leaving because you won't try. You've been in therapy for 3 years, still can't get in a plane. You're not getting better. You're just existing. I can't watch that anymore. So what? I fly or you leave? That's the deal? No, you try. Really try. Intensive treatment. 6 months. Full commitment. If after that you still can't, we accept it. Together. But you have to try. Really try. Not just therapy once a week. Real treatment. Nathan was angry, hurt, but he understood. Okay, I'll try. For real this time. 6 months. If I can't after that, we accept it. And stay together? Yes, we stay together. I'll love you either way. But you have to try. For yourself. Not for me. For you. Nathan enrolled in intensive PTSD treatment, military program, 6 months, residential. I'll be gone, he told Iris. Now 12. 6 months, living at the treatment center. Victoria will take care of you. Is that okay? Will it help? Will you be happy again? I don't know if I can. I hope so, baby. I really hope so. Nathan spent 6 months in treatment, reliving trauma, processing guilt, learning to forgive himself. It was hell, pure hell, confronting Lieutenant Park's death, his widow screaming, his own responsibility. The therapist pushed. Hard. You can't move forward while carrying this guilt. You have to forgive yourself. I can't. I killed him. You made a mistake. Say it. I made a mistake. That cost a life. Say it. That cost a life. And I forgive myself. Say it. Try one flight. See how you feel. Nathan broke, sobbing. I can't. I can't forgive myself. He's dead. His daughter has no father. I can't. You can. Because carrying this guilt doesn't bring him back. It just kills you. Slowly. Forgive yourself. Not because you deserve it, but because you can't help anyone. Not Iris, not Victoria, not yourself, while drowning in guilt. It took months, but slowly Nathan started to heal. Not forget, never forget, but heal. At 6 months, his final test, fly a plane. Nathan got in, hands shaking, heart racing, but no panic attack. He started the engine, breathed, remembered the therapy, the techniques, the healing. He took off and flew, really flew, for the first time in 4 years. He cried in the air, relief, joy, fear, but flew. He landed victorious, broken, but flying. Victoria was there, waiting. You did it. Nathan tried, got in the cockpit, started the engine, and froze. I did, I flew. I actually flew. How do you feel? Terrified, but alive, really alive. Are you okay to keep flying? I don't know. This was one flight. Can I sustain it? I don't know. But I flew. That's something. Panic attack, hyperventilating, shaking, couldn't breathe. I can't. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I thought I could. But I can't. Victoria found him in the hangar, crying, broken. After treatment, Nathan returned to test piloting. Slowly, carefully, with therapy support. She's grieving, angry, doesn't have all the facts. She has enough facts. Her father is dead because of me. That's fact. What do you want to do? I don't know. Respond, apologize, explain. Would that help her or you? I don't know. Nathan wrote back, honest, painful, raw. You're right. I made the mistake that killed your father. I've carried that guilt every day for 15 years. I'm sorry, deeply, truly. I can't change the past, but I'm sorry. If you need someone to blame, blame me. You're right. She responded, angry, hurt. Sorry doesn't bring him back. Sorry doesn't give me a father. You destroyed my family. I hate you. Nathan spiraled. Depression, guilt, shame. All the progress from treatment unraveling. Some days were good. He flew, confident, skilled. Victoria watched him fall apart. Again. Nathan, you can't control her feelings. You can't fix her pain. You apologize. That's all you can do. It's not enough. It's all you have. You can't heal her. You can barely heal yourself. You have to let this go. How? She's 16, fatherless, because of me. How do I let that go? By living, by being a good father to Iris, by flying when you can, by loving me, by not dying from guilt. That's how. But Nathan couldn't. The message triggered everything, all the trauma, all the guilt, all the pain. He stopped flying. Again, couldn't get in a plane without seeing her message. You destroyed my family. Year 7 of marriage. Victoria had another conversation, harder than the first. Nathan, I can't do this anymore. Watch you spiral. Every few years, someone triggers you. You fall apart. We rebuild. Then it happens again. I'm exhausted. I'm sorry. Some days were bad. Panic attacks, flashbacks, grounded. Stop apologizing. I don't want apologies. I want honesty. Can you ever really heal? Or is this forever? The guilt, the spiraling, the breaking. I don't know. I'm trying. You're always trying, but never arriving. Maybe you can't heal. Maybe this is who you are. Broken, guilty, suffering. And if that's true, I need to know. Can I live with that? Forever? I don't know. Can you? Victoria cried. I don't think so. I love you. But I'm drowning too. In your guilt, in your pain. I can't carry both of us anymore. So you're leaving? I'm asking for space, separation, not divorce, space, for both of us to figure out if this works, if we work. Nathan moved out, took Iris, rented an apartment, tried to function. Iris, now 16, was angry. Why is this happening? Why can't you just be okay? I'm trying, baby, I'm really trying, but I'm broken. I don't know how to fix it. Victoria learned to accept the inconsistency, the ups and downs, the reality. Maybe you stop trying to fix it. Maybe you just live with it, be broken, but alive. Stop trying to be perfect, just be you. Nathan stared at his daughter, 16 years old, wiser than him. When did you get so smart? When I watched my dad destroy himself for 15 years, I learned what not to do. I wanted a full-time pilot. I got a part-time pilot. That's okay, it's enough. But 5 years after that tarmac wedding, something happened that shattered their fragile peace. Lieutenant Park's daughter, now 16, found Nathan. Social media direct message. You killed my father. I know they cleared you, but I know the truth. You're a murderer. I'll never forgive you. Nathan showed Victoria, shaking. She's right. I am a murderer. I killed her father. 10 years after the tarmac wedding, Nathan and Victoria divorced. Amicable, sad, but necessary. More than okay. I'm proud of you. At 53, Nathan had a heart attack. Stress, guilt, years of carrying weight. Survived, but damage done. Victoria visited him in the hospital. Now 51, still single. You almost died. I know, wake-up call. What are you going to do? Keep carrying this guilt until it kills you? Maybe. I don't know how to let it go. Maybe you don't let it go. Maybe you just make peace with carrying it. It's part of you, like a scar. Painful, but healed enough to live with. Nathan thought about that. I've been trying to erase the scar. Not possible, but living with it? Maybe that's possible. Try. For Iris, for yourself. Not for me. I'm not asking anymore, but for you. Try. At 55, Nathan attended Lieutenant Park's daughter's wedding. Uninvited. He stood outside. Watched from distance. I love you, Victoria said. But I can't save you. You have to save yourself. And you can't. Not fully. Not ever. She was happy, beautiful, getting married. Her mother walking her down the aisle. Both roles, mother and father. Nathan cried, watching her, knowing he'd taken her father, but also knowing she'd survived. She'd lived, despite his mistake. He wrote her a letter, left it at the venue unsigned. I saw you today, getting married. Happy. I'm grateful. You survived, despite what I took from you. I'm sorry, forever sorry, but also grateful you're living, really living. Your father would be proud. I hope you have a beautiful life. She never responded. He didn't expect her to. At 60, Nathan retired. Iris was 30, married, 2 kids, Nathan's grandchildren. Tell us about when you were a pilot, Grandpa. It was a long time ago, another life. But you were good, right? Mom said you were really good. I was, until I wasn't. And that mistake changed everything. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed. What mistake? Iris intervened. Kids, Grandpa made a mistake a long time ago. It hurt him. Still hurts. We don't ask about it, okay? Okay. Nathan was grateful for Iris protecting him, but also sad that even his grandchildren would know someday about his mistake, his guilt, his shame. At 65, Nathan passed away. Peacefully, heart failure. Expected, not tragic, just time. At his funeral, Victoria spoke. Nathan was a pilot who made a mistake. Terrible mistake. Cost a life. He never forgave himself. Carried guilt for 40 years. It killed him, slowly. But he also raised an incredible daughter, loved fiercely, tried to heal, failed often, but tried. That's all any of us can do. Try, even when we fail, even when we're broken. We try. Iris added, my dad lived two lives. Before the mistake, after the mistake. He was never the same, never whole, but he loved me, tried for me, stayed for me. That's what I remember. Not the guilt, not the shame, but the love, the trying. That's who he was. A broken man who loved anyway. No one from Lieutenant Park's family attended. Iris didn't expect them to. But 2 weeks later, a letter arrived. From Park's daughter, now 36, mother herself. I heard Nathan died. I won't say I'm sorry, I'm not. But I will say this. I forgive him. Not for him. For me. I've carried anger for 26 years. It's exhausted me. So I forgive. I release. Not because he deserves it, but because I do. Tell his family I forgive. Finally. I'm sorry I needed you to be fixed. You're not broken. You're just carrying something heavy, forever. I respect that, but I can't carry it with you. Iris cried reading it. Wished her father had lived to see it, to know, to feel that release. But maybe he knew, somewhere, that forgiveness was possible, even if it came too late. Wasunari anamam, ikamananum min. If this story broke your heart differently, subscribe to VML Stories for tales of guilt that never leaves, mistakes that define us, and forgiveness that comes too late. Hit that like button, drop a comment sharing your thoughts, and share this with someone who needs to know that some scars never fully heal, but we live with them anyway. See you in the next story. They remained friends, co-parented Iris together, supported each other, but apart. Nathan returned to accounting full-time, gave up flying, again, permanently this time. Flying was Victoria's dream for me, not mine, not anymore. I'm okay being an accountant. It's safe, boring, but safe. Iris graduated high school, went to college, aviation engineering, following her own path. I'm not running from planes like you, Dad. I'm running toward them. Different way, engineering. Not piloting, but still aviation. That okay?